Hello and welcome everybody, it's me DaleyBoyDidds and this is my Let's Play. Okay guys, we are on episode 18. 18 are we on, I think? Yes. Episode 18. Okay, so in the last episode I should say, excuse me, I just cleared my throat. We pretty much did a bit of a catch-up, and I think that catch-up was really important because, as I said in that episode, I've not actually played for a couple of weeks in Taron, but I've not played on Crusader Kings or generally my computer at all in the last 2 weeks. So I really wanted to get back into the frame, make sure I hadn't missed anything, and of course I always miss stuff, so it's just one of those things. What did actually happen was quite big, Byzantine-wise at least. We've now gone in for Armenia. So I initially thought it was for this area right here. It wasn't, it's for the actual entire duchy. And I would imagine if the Byzantines take the duchy, then these guys will just come over to Byzantine rule without us having to take it directly. Either way, the big army basically ended up going all the way around here, taking this territory of Lori, taking this territory of Anai, and then we was happily just taken away here in Vaspurkan, before the Abbasid amassed a 13,000 man army, about 14,000 man army, reclaimed those two areas back again, and then there was a huge war which we was leading. We was actually leading it as the lead warrior of the war in the central lines, and although at first it looked like we was losing it a little bit, we was able to come out on top. We then from there chased these guys down, and we're now actually, after a couple of other little fights along the way, we're now actually in this position right over here, and as you can see, we are now at war against them, where they have brought a few men. They've only got 244 left in this battle, so that army is massively decimated. Unfortunately, we don't actually have the power to go back and take these ourselves, but there's nothing stopping others, as this army, for instance, could just nip up and do that business. So the Battle of Manjibt has finished, and we are following them out again. Can I see how many they've got? So they've still got 2,000 men, and again, we're just going to follow these down, take out this army, and that should be good going. Now, just because we're taking out the army, it doesn't mean anything in particular. We're 32% of the way, so about a third of the way there. But the Caliphate al-Mutaz, the ill ruler, still has a force available of about 13,000. So we're actually in a pretty strong position now. These guys will reclaim these areas, and we'll just keep taking out their army. 13,000 men, though, they'll be amassing somewhere in the Abbasid. But of course, they have to get together, and then they'll have to come up for another epic war. Now, hopefully in that time, we'll still have our 13,000-ish army available to us as well, because if we drop under and they take our army out, we'll be in genuine issues, genuine trouble. So we're sitting here in Vaspurakan now to take this area over, and we're sacking it. This is one of the... So this is a pretty dangerous tactic that we're doing now. We're actually sacking the area, which means we're attacking the area itself. We're not just sitting out in siege. And although this will mean that we should take Vaspurakan a lot sooner, it also means that we are going to lose men much quicker. And in fact, we personally have lost all our influence in these wars as well. So we have no army now available, and that is basically because they tried to sack the area. We only had a few left, and our men have died. Let's just see if we've got any army at all. 165. I'm not gonna put my army into this at the moment. We're on 101 gold though. We're going up by 3.75 per month, which is quite nice. And as you've seen there, we've got an intrigue out at the moment to kill the emir of... Is it an emir of Colonia? Yeah, the emir of Colonia. And if we can take this guy out, we should have an easier reign, or an easier opportunity against Bashir. We'll just have to see. Ooh, it looks like our horrible, and he is the cruel, emperor has blinded the Sheikh Amran of Quivir. He's been blinded. You've got no eyeballs. He's a court poet of Hamanad. Doesn't matter, son. You've got no eyeballs. Okay, so that war is actually still going on. And the reason why we're bothered about that one is because the Marwanid is part of that war. So hopefully they will use up some of the Marwanid's men, but it doesn't look like... Oh, in fact he's winning it. Kermanshah, I think, is the guy that's fighting... Yeah, Emir of Kermanshah. I'm sure that's him who's actually winning. That's pretty good. Our knowledge of trade practices have increased. Shipbuilding's increased. He's been released. He's been released, but with his eyes. Oh, he might have been imprisoned without eyes anyway in the first place. So we've got a lower crown authority. Oh, they've lost the men. I missed that war. They've got a lower crown authority faction up and running. So we'll check that out in a second as well. I'm just going to click all them off. I can't go with that. So it looks like they've lost their army. 12,000 men there. So I missed what happened then. I wasn't watching. But it doesn't matter. There's a 12,000 man army chasing down the 8,000 manor. 74% of the way. So what I imagine is if we can take Vaspurican fully, we know that Lori's got no real garrison. So that should be able to fall pretty quickly as well. This army should really go up there and try and deal with that. I reckon taking those 3 areas fully will finish this war off. There we go, there's another one, 81%. We really need to take out Lori. I don't know where the 8,000 man army is, but that's absolutely superb that they've been able to do that. Dwin, he is part of Derbent. So this guy up here has got Dwin. But that will be one of our next areas to go after, I'm certain. But this is a big, big take for the Byzantines. This is the Abbasid, so a huge, huge area, as you can see. And they've not been able to stand up to what in the vanilla game, which is pretty much that section there that you can see on screen now. The Byzantines are probably the biggest area and the most dangerous area to be involved in. But the Abbasid, as you can see here, are absolutely ginormous in comparison. You know, the Byzantines will probably fit in like the Egypt and maybe Palestine, Israel sort of zone there, and then the Abbasid have got the rest of that as well. But manpower's not everything. Timing and tactics and strategy has basically won this for us, and we are at 96% now. So if they can hold out these 3 areas a bit longer, then they should be good to go. I imagine that this is part of the same emirate. Musky Schools seems to have friends and informants inside every Jewish community. Superb. Military technology. Let's have a quick look at our technology. The timer is ticking. That's good. Do we have enough points to do anything? We don't. You see, what happens is as you gain points, as you've just seen there, we've just gained 50 cultural points, I think it was. We've got 60 military points. If there is something in bold, as you can see, siege weaponry and heavy infantry, you can actually train those up straight away. You can force train them. And I think I might train up siege weaponry. Douche. Puts it down to 0.9 now. Now, we can gain this through our advisors. We can gain this through our own knowledge. We can gain this, as you've just seen them, through random events, etc. But one of the best ways to do this is actually have to be a duke, and then you can actually train up or learn each of these separate things. Unfortunately, we're not a duke just yet, we're only a count. But if we can take Colonia, in particular the Marwanid, then we should become a duke, because we have got the claim of the dukedom. Okay, so a 9,000 man army here has reclaimed back Lori, and that's knocked us down to 81%. So why does he keep moving? What the flipping hell is he doing? So he needs now to go back up there. Taking out that army will win this war, no doubt about it, even without reclaiming Lori. So this is where they are. This is where the fight's going to be. They will have the advantage because of the terrain. Let's check it onto a terrain map. As you can see, they will definitely have the advantage because of the terrain. 28th, 18th. So we're going to get the fight on now. But we've got more manpower. And when I say we, I'm talking the Byzantines. So I think we should win this still. We can't see the actual war up close because we've got no men in it, but you can see the little red bars coming in, and I think we've got this one. we've got this one. So I think this should be the end of this war, to be honest. Let's have a look. 97%. So we'll probably chase them down and finish off these people. But if we didn't, we could just take Lorry. Lorry have got no garrison whatsoever. They've got no men in Lorry whatsoever. And they could whiz that away in a matter of seconds. And if they did, then that's 100%. And as you can see, they've just taken Lorry. 100%. We should claim all those 3 territories now. If not, excuse me, if not the entire duchy. So Byzantines grow stronger yet again. Yay to the Byzantine strength! Woohoo! Okay, and there you can see we've taken all that zone as well. Now, who's got the duchy? It must be the emperor himself. The Duchy of Thrace. So who's got the actual duchy over here? The Kingdom of Armenia, the Duchy of Armenia. So it's Duke Tonic of Armenia. So how could we de jure claim that then? Unless it's because Armenia falls under the Emperor or even the Kingdom, I presume, that we own as well. But it certainly falls under the Empire of the Byzantine. I think that's how they've been able to claim it. Because Tornik's actually got the Duchy from there. Which is, again, something that we could go for. Tornik is a target for us, a potential target if we wished it. He's only got a few men. In fact, that might be a much better one to go after. Where's our diplomat? Because our diplomat's pretty strong. He's over in Odessa right now. I think we should go for Armenia. Actually, put him in Armenia. So if we can get the Duchy of Armenia, we've got money now coming in. We can also get some money from the Jews, and we can go in for Armenia properly and try and take this. He's only got the one ally. It's the King of Georgia, but Georgia's pretty small now. How many men has he got available to him? He's got about 700 as well, 900 at tops. So it's a potential that Georgia could be a way forward. Odessa would have been nice as well. He's got no... Oh, he's got the Georgians. It would mean that we're a bit spread out. Taron, Theo, and then the Duchy of Armenia, or if worse, Chow. But we're slowly but surely gathering strength. Slowly but surely. So, still got an unlanded son. Let's have a quick look at our son. Ooh, so we've lost our Scalerios, which I think is our steward. He's died of a natural death. And he probably was our steward with 14. So let's first of all, let's see if we've got a new steward. We also had a new bishop come in as well. Let's see about stewards. So we've got 13. It's not fantastic. It's the Maethasite. So I'll probably drop one down and go for my Jewish one. Yeah. So yeah, when I was talking about the technology, we could click the research technology, and that would add 65% increase to our spreader technology rate, and it would increase our chances of research much better. So we'll try and collect some taxes in Theo. Just keep him there. That's absolutely fine. We've got a new fabrication claim going now for Armenia. We want the duchy. That's what we're after. Everybody else is still set out there, which is absolutely fine. Is this guy still Jewish? Yes, he is. We really need a better Jewish guy doing that job. Do we have anybody better? We don't. Let's see if we can find somebody who's better. So we've got a 15, but it's Maethasite, and we can't change that. Oh, it's a woman anyway. Bloody woman. Can't change that anyway. So yeah, he's still our best choice at the moment. What about for our marshal? We do have people that are better, and we do have a Jewish person that's better. He is my mayor, and I don't really want to pee him off too much, but I don't like having my vassals, including my mayors and bishops, in my council because of this exact reason. If somebody else better comes along, I want to be able to move them around. So I'm actually going to change him. He's better anyway in marshal, Yep, that's what we're going to do. Press him in. And I want to increase my... Oops, that was the wrong one. I don't want to increase my military research. I want to do train troops. So we'll have to go back on there and change that again in a few minutes. Somebody else has died of illness in our area. It's making him like us a little bit more as well. And of course he's still Jewish, which is fantastic news for us. We've actually got a bit of money bonus for that, which is great. When we set off on our next adventure. Whoa, big revolts. The Abbasid revolt down here. It's still not affected that area, but that area is now independent, it looks like. So that's an interesting situation. But the Abbasid revolt, so that's going to keep them busy right now. And of course, he's not really got many men because we've just killed them all. He's only got 5,000 men available to him, which is pretty low in numbers. Could this be the first sign of an Abbasid? There's two of them going up for it. The first sign of an Abbasid meltdown. Abbasid meltdown. We don't know. I don't know. We'll have to see. How many men's this guy got? No, I can't be arsed looking for that. Alright, so we'll leave them to it. We've got 196 gold. What was I going to do? I was going to look for a match for my son, wasn't I? So he is now 15 years old, and we're actually getting to the point where we do need to find a match for him. So we'll look for the easy one, arrange a betrothal. We want somebody who, of course, is good for us. So ideally, somebody that is a genius. And this, she's 29. I was going to say this youngster's pretty good, but she's 29 years old. Not that young, not really childbearing age, realistically. I mean, she still can have children, but coming to the end of that opportunity. So one of the most important things for the rulers are stewardship skills for the wife. Just simply because we can get... there's two major parts. Hang on a sec. So somebody else has converted to Orthodox. Damn, that's my mayor. Yeah, so stewardship will give us a booster on the amount of the men size that we can have. And, of course, the intrigue is something that we can actually use. Oh no, my son-in-law. The intrigue is something that we can use. We can bring them into the council if it's a woman. So my son-in-law, which means that my daughter, Nain, has now lost her husband. That is not good. Nain, no. I actually know somebody who looks a little bit like that. I'm not going to say who it is, because it might upset her. But she's a good-looking girl. She's not a bad-looking girl. So we need to find somebody for Nain as well. And in fact, we'll do that first. Ideally, I'd like somebody who is in the martial world. But they're all a bit old. The youngest one is 35. That's still decent. Oh, this guy's not too bad. And he comes with somebody. It's just a baron, so we're not very... They won't really give us very much service or very much use. But this guy's not too bad, actually. 14 diplomacy, 15... is Maethicite, so we can get that changed over to Orthodox, but we'll probably leave it for the time being. The only downside is that he is ambitious. Let's have a quick see if there's anybody else that's good. If we've got any geniuses that side as well. Don't mind taking geniuses from anywhere. Obviously, because Nain is female, we want this person to be matrilineal. And what I might do is actually, because I don't really want to waste time just searching for people, I will check for spouses off camera and just show you the spouses when we restart up. Okay, a peasant revolt in Esperian. Don't know where that is. Oh, the county of Theo has converted to the Orthodox faith. Damn. Damn, 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 damn. So I wonder where that one is. Where is this area? Am I being daft and just not seeing it? I believe I am being daft and not seeing it. Okay, start to feel a turn of the cheek. Stupid. I'm patient. Okay. Right, okay, lost my way a little bit here. Forget that revolt. It's not really going to be doing anything to us. But that name rings a bell. An Epitorian peasant revolt. I'm not seeing no damn Epitorians. Is it over here? Damn it, where are you, Epitoria? I, for some reason, remember seeing that over here. But I'm obviously mistaken. Okay, never mind. Okay, a son was born to Sardis. Ah, superb. So, called Abirad. Now, is Abirad a genius? He's ill! Ah, don't be ill. We've got a genius, mother. Be a genius. Okay, never mind. So she's died, he's died, everybody's died. Old MacDonald had a farm. Yeah. I want that job, and I want it bad. First steps, make friends with a counsellor. I'm not going to waste my money making no damn friends with no one. Okay, so how old are we now? 62. Come on, we need something to work for us right now. This guy, how come this guy has not died yet? Intrigue is still good. Have we not got anybody else who's available to us? Dun, 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 dun. I wonder where that Epiphorus is. It bugs me stuff like this when I can't find something off the top of my head. Okay, some more military points. That's good. Wonder if we've got enough military points to do up infantry. Yes, we have. Fantastic. Okay, so hopefully we can change him over now. So train troops instead now in Theo. If we can take the Marouanid, this is actually quite a well-defended area because of all the rivers and stuff. But eventually I'm going to rechange my capital over to Taron. That's where we're going to lead from. 225 gold now. Wow. This campaign has been proof that Kula is clearly not of proper blood. I wish I would never have met him again. Who the hell's he? I have no idea who that guy is. And I don't really care for him, it seems. I have no idea who he is. Who are you? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. How's the peasant revolt going? Sorry if you heard my dog bark there. Dog, stop barking! So we've got more people joining the revolts. Quite a lot of revolts going on right now. All around the shop. Were these guys involved before? I don't think there was they? It looks like as did. Okay, come on, something happen. So we are winning this revolt anyway. I'd love to know where they were from. Where's the army? Let's see where the armies are all going together. So there's the peasant revolt over there. Ah, there it is. They're beating back people as well quite quickly. Although we are winning. Obviously we're going to win that revolt. There's no way that they're going to keep hold of that. But that's where Epiros is. How do we say that? Epiros. So that's fantabulous. Okay, let's have a quick fly around the map. Let's have a see what's going on elsewhere. So, up into England first. Still not been united. We have Jorvik now. It's a nice badge going on there. So, the Petty Kingdom of Jorvik. Oh, I'm not even going to begin to pronounce that. Actually, let's try. King Parbrander. Tattoo is now legal age. Let's have a quick look at our youngster. Not bad. Not too bad. He's ambitious as well. Oh, he's come out quite well considering. I didn't say I wasn't going to do this, but let's have a quick flick through because he does need to be married off. We've got a 14-year-old who's attractive. That's not bad. Whoa. She is very, very good in intrigue. 31 though. Karen. Another attractive, but 7 years old, a bit too young. We couldn't marry the 14-year-old, for instance. We'd have to wait a couple of years for her to come of age, but we could betroth to her. So there are a couple of people here. Like I say, I will properly check this in a second off camera, but if we can see a genius, then we'll snap her up as soon as possible. One thing that always sort of tickles me is how is it that the females get these traits? Not so much that one, but certainly these traits when they're not allowed to go into war in game, or you don't get them in war because it's only the males who fight. Certainly they're the only males I can put in. Okay, anyway, so Ireland's still not yet been brought together. Thomond in brown doesn't look very good. Yep, Scotland's still sort of hanging on, but they're not really getting anywhere yet. England's nowhere. Well done. Francia, West Francia. Brittany's not yet properly been formed, it doesn't look like. Or maybe it has, I don't know. Big revolt there, because I flipped through this before the game started. France have actually just encroached in Barcelona. Yeah, and that was quite a unified area, so that's not looking too brilliante. Over to India. Again, still messed up. Way too many rulers going on in India. Someone needs to come in and sort that area out. And then these big zones, always big zones, but like for instance, that's only 3 territories. All that space there is just 3 territories. So it's not looking, nobody's really taken a foothold yet. Lithuania is not doing too bad, I suppose. They're probably the strongest outside. Okay, guys, we're going to bring this to an end in a few seconds, but big news has just clicked through. Let's put it on pause for this. Sarkis is favoured by the mayor. At the age of 68, our emperor has died of an infected wound. We've got this guy. Oh, the guy from the revolt. It must have been has been banished. Pancreas. So who's now in charge of this area? Count Sergius. Excuse me. Okay, so our emperor died. Let's just get rid of that one. Let's just see what's happening here. Of course, we won the revolt there. There was no way we were going to lose that. Lower crown authority. Oh, I did mention I was going to check that as well, didn't I? Let's just get rid of all them. So, religion. So, it is just lower crown authority at the moment. Only 22%. There's only 3 people backing it at the moment. We could join in and see what happens, but we're not going to. We want to make friends with our emperor. Because who is the new emperor? It's a young lad. 38 years old. It's Basileus Leon VI of the Byzantine Empire. He's got a few places. Adrianopolis, isn't that over near me? Nope. No, it's not. Constantinople, Thrake, Philadelphia. Okay, so yeah, I mean, he's a young buck. Quite high on his intrigue. That could be an issue. Could potentially be an issue. He might try to revoke titles and things like that. But everything else is pretty poor. He might not live to see that long. He's not superb at all in regards to the rest of his stats. Shy, that's not good. Slothful, proud, arbitrary. Again, not superb. They're not superb stats at all. But the elusive shadow might keep him in some favour, and it could be difficult for other people to move around. Does that change any laws? Imperial laws, still high crown authority. So we really do want to be involved in this one to reduce that down where we can. Edessa, for instance, is a problem for us now because we did. Oh no, that was a Duke. No, so it's not a problem. Don't worry about what I just said there. I thought Edessa was being run currently by the prince, which would have been a problem if we took Edessa, because obviously we don't want to go up against the Byzantine rulers. But it's not the situation. He's the Duchy, he's the Duke of this area, but Edessa's not part of his domains just yet. Okay, so that's a bit of a look round. That's a bit of a check of there. Did I say anything else? We checked the factions. Nothing really happening on that front. The Byzantines themselves have reclaimed parts of Armenia again, so it's looking a bit more like the Byzantines should look. They're gonna probably take across to Durban and probably go north and take this area as well, which I believe is all Byzantine rule. But we took on the Abbasid and we won, and now the Abbasid are under some severe stress. Revolts have come around all over the shop for them. They're putting some of them down, as you can see. But yeah, it should be quite interesting what goes on there. We might see the breakup of that mighty empire. If they could lose quite a lot of sections, that would be good for us in the future. Okay, guys, we've just hit nearly the 31-minute mark, so I'm going to bring this episode to an end, and I will pick it up, hopefully finding a couple of suitable marriages for my children. Okay, dokes, guys, I'll see you soon. Bye-bye for now. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, 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 bye-bye. Bye-bye.